Okay, so I just did a very short back workout. I did 1, 2, 3, only 4 movements. I have already done back this week, so I didn't really need to do a lot. Hold on. Okay, it was super short. I mean, it was just fast. It was okay. Oh. AB. Okay. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this today, AB. Let's go. Anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that me and AB, whoever this stranger is, have a rivalry. So, 166. Okay, landmark challenge. I'm not getting off this thing until I have done, there it is, 171 floors. Thank you. Anyway, I got an hour basically of cardio right now. So that 166 that I did, or that 141 that I did, that was like 35 minutes. So this will not be longer than an hour. I'm going to go on the Stairmaster until the record has been beaten. And then I'll spend the rest of the time on the treadmill. 3 weeks out, y'all. Let's go. We're getting there. I didn't realize that this was in Canada. That's so fitting. Almost there. 150. 37 minutes in. We're just watching the Junior Nats live stream. One of Ruben's guys, he must have gotten 6 because he was outside of the top 5. But he was in the first call out this morning. His other guys in 2 classes, and he was splitting center. So, watching that, I gotta poop. And I'm not getting off the Stairmaster until I beat this record. Alright, including my cool down, 175 floors, 44 minutes. Let's go. So sorry about it, AB. This is so funny to me. I don't even know who this person is. Okay, so I just filmed a clip on my camera, like my actual camera, y'all, that I got for Christmas, that I said I was gonna start using. And this is, I don't even know where the lens cap is. This is so janky. Oh, here it is. This is not Canon. This is not Nikon. This is not Sony. This is Amazon made in China is what this is. I wanted to take my vlogging like more seriously. I mean, I have been taking it more seriously, but I meant I wanted to have better production quality by getting a camera, but I did no research. I just found a camera on Amazon and put it on my wish list for Christmas, and then I got it. So it is what it is, but I haven't used it because the mic quality is weird, and actually so is the video quality. But then Amber got a new camera, but hers was like $1,000. Amber got a new camera, and I was like, you know what? I want a new camera. So instead of getting a new camera, I just decided that I want to try that camera. So that clip may, I don't know, right now, like as I'm filming this, I either am going to scrap that clip and delete it, or it's still in there. So if it's still in there, this is where this clip is going to end. If it's not still in there because the quality was trash, I'm going to say what I did say, which is Ruben had 2 guys competing at Junior Nats this weekend, and one of them won his pro card. So exciting. The other guy got first call outs. He got 6th place, so barely outside the top 5. He was in the first call out. He was right on the end. And I think it's only his 2nd national show, and it's only his 3rd show with Ruben. And his first show was like this year. Like they did a show, when was it? Maybe in May or April. Then they did Junior USA's, and then they just did this. Like he met Ruben at Chattanooga. So Ruben hasn't even been coaching this guy for a year, and he is doing great. So he didn't get his pro card today, but you know, it is what it is. The other guy got his pro card, and it's super exciting. So I am just about to get a massage, a much needed massage. I told her deep tissue. Hopefully it actually is deep, but not so deep that I'm like dying, but kind of like I kind of do want to almost die during this massage. But yeah, that's really it. Just super excited about this thing is messing. Super excited about Ruben's guys. Then that runs straight into, you know, I feel like it gives momentum. He has people competing tomorrow in California. That's where he is right now. He's like at their check-ins. And then he starts peak week. He competes next weekend. Then Taco and a couple other guys compete the next weekend at Universe, and then we compete the next weekend. Like it's show weekend, and I just feel like this was like a really great start to these rolling show weekends, literally shows every weekend for the next 4 weeks, including this week. So anyway, I'm about to go in there, get this massage. Hopefully it's good. Okay, she told me it was hard to find. She literally told me it was hard to find. She gave me directions on how to find it, and I think I still missed it. And by I definitely still missed it, because this is where I just was. So I'm gonna get off my phone and try to find this place so I can get my back rubbed. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, the 22nd. I am headed to train, so I watched the fitness amateurs prejudging at 6 o'clock this morning while I was getting ready. Oh my gosh, the sun is insane. Like, I cannot see a single thing. Okay, so watched prejudging. There were 3 girls. I think there's a pretty clear first. Let's see. The pro show starts at 7. Well, not the pro show. Body B1. So these are 2 different shows for anybody. I don't actually think that anybody needs to know this information, but here we are. Junior Nats is one show. That's where the amateur fitness girls are competing. Body B1 is another show. That's where the fitness pros are competing. So I was going to say the pros start at 7, but it's not actually the pros. It's the show that the pros are at starts at 7, but actually there's amateurs at that show too, just not fitness amateurs. So anyway, that show starts at 7, but the pros are not until after all of the NPC. So I expect the pros probably won't go until like 9 o'clock my time. I don't know. I'll be at work, but I'm going to have these devices out and screen recording. I literally remember doing this last year because I was training on this day too. And I had my iPad up, and I just walk over really fast just to see what division is on. And when the division started, I just started screen recording. I screen recorded the entire thing, and just came back and watched it later. Because obviously I can't sit and watch it while I'm working, but these live streams don't offer playback. I mean, the Body B1 one might, but the Junior Nats one did not offer a playback. Like, I went to watch the guys again last night, and it wasn't, like, the video was not available. So that's a little bit frustrating. Although I will say, at least the Junior Nats live stream is so cheap. It's $14.99 for one day, or $19.99 for both days. And that's very inexpensive, especially because there is a pro show attached to it. Like, the Body B1 is $40 for the day. So I hope the Body B1 at least has a playback. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the scale was up today, 136.7. But I mean, when I'm on my period, like, my stomach, like, again, I honestly don't even know why I get on the scale during my period. Like, I need to wait until it's Saturday. I need to wait until, honestly, Tuesday to get on the scale to even see what we're doing. But anyway, I feel good. I look good. I did quick quarter turn just in a sports bra and underwear. I actually didn't watch the whole thing. I saw my front pose and I said, okay, check. That's it, which is stupid because my front pose is my good one. I need to be looking at my bad poses. Anyway, that's it. Okay, so I am so freaking tired. I came home. I was just gonna rest and try to nap before going. I was gonna go to Powerhouse and just start my cardio when Junior Nats finals started, but I just started doing other things, started doing a little bit of work stuff, started scrolling social media, and the next thing I knew, Junior Nats finals were starting in like 5 minutes, so I never got to nap. So now Junior Nats finals are over. Alabama finals start in like 20 minutes, but I'm not rested enough to feel like I can go do cardio right now. And Reagan's at Tiffany's, so I don't really necessarily have a reason to do it right now, other than the sooner I do it, the sooner it's done. But I don't know. I just guys, I have to be completely honest. I was unprepared for the way that these physiques would look at Alabama today, and it just has me a little bit in my head about Van. And it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. It doesn't matter. But I'm just feeling tired because I'm sleepy and I'm on my period, and I'm I don't know. It's just a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. I have to go full out tomorrow. I'm do I really, the later I do cardio, sorry, someone texted me. The later I do cardio, the less recovery time I have before I do my full out tomorrow. I'm analyzing too many things.
It's paralysis by analysis. So I think I am going to rest, watch Alabama finals, and then I'm going to try to get 90 minutes of cardio done. Like, I don't have a choice. Like, we are 3 weeks out, and my conditioning, it's getting there, right? I've been saying, like, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. That's also, like, me looking at myself. I also, again, I just have to be realistic about the people that I'm going to be standing next to, and my conditioning's not there yet. So I don't really have room to, like, just be skipping cardio. Just because I'm tired. Like, at this point, you just have to be tired, and you have to get through it if you want to see the results. So it's time to dig a lot deeper. Not even a little bit deeper. It's time to dig all the way down to the pits of hell. Okay, before finals start, I'm cracking open one of my 99-cent energy drinks. Mimosa. I've had this one before. It's pretty good. Good enough for me to spend another 99 cents on it. I'm going to drink this. I am going to watch Alabama finals at home. And then I'm going to go to the gym. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's 101 outside. It is hot as hell. I don't have sunglasses. Well, I mean, the ones that I've been wearing, they're inside the house. I just forgot to grab them because I keep taking them inside the house. Like, Andrew, leave them in the car. Tiffany, the one who gave me the ones with the blue reflection, she got me new ones. She said, I'm tired of seeing those sunglasses in your YouTube videos. Anyway, I am headed to the gym to do cardio. I stayed at home way too long. It is almost 4 o'clock. But, you know, it is what it is. I watched Junior Nats. I watched Bama. I'm actually still watching Bama. Men's Physique is on right now. And then I got to shut it down and go watch something else. Cerise won. I called it. I called it before this show. I said Cerise is going to win this show. And I said Amber was going to get second. And I said Danielle was going to get third. And I called them all. It was a good show. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Like, after watching, I changed my opinion. And I thought Amber was going to win. But like I said, I already told you guys, like, no matter who wins, it's going to be close. And so I was, like, going back and forth, like, is it going to be Amber? Is it going to be Cerise? Is it going to be Amber? Is it going to be Cerise? Like, and I ended up feeling like it would be Amber. And then it ended up still being Cerise. So excited for her. This is literally only her second pro show. She turned pro, did her pro debut, got second at Tampa, took 2 years off, and then she came back and just won this show. Is going to the Olympia. So love that for her. Now, the next shows get very exciting because Atlanta, I mean, I'm not going to put everybody's business out there. I don't know who wants people to know where they're going. I mean, Anna has already made it, like, very public that she's doing Atlanta. I assume Amber will go to Atlanta. There's a couple other people going to Atlanta. And then, I mean, Van obviously has me, potentially Tam, Abby, D Cheeks. Like, it's going to be 2 very good shows that weekend. And we are 3 weeks out from that. And I know that every single person is working their absolute hardest to make themselves the hardest person to beat. And I am no different. I kind of spiraled today, I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. Like, you can't help what you can help, you know? And unfortunately, that's just like, because I have an analyzer brain, I'm going to analyze everything. No, like, that's just my default setting. So I just have to, this traffic is not the business. Oh well, I'm getting off on the next exit. I just have to, like, again, stay in my lane and not let my natural tendency to analyze. I just have to make sure it does not impact me emotionally. Because when you start doing things with your emotions, that's when you start messing things up. And this is my only chance. I don't know if I had mentioned on YouTube, but I told a couple friends, like, you know, if I don't win Van, I think I'm going to do Arizona. Like, I like that show. That's where I did my pro debut. Becky's judging. I happen to know, like, that Becky likes my routine. Like, she's seen my routine, so she'll be able to see the improvements. Like, this is great. But I have a schedule conflict with Arizona, so I can't go to Arizona. So this is my only chance. So that just makes it even more important that I do my best and bring my best package and all that good stuff. So that's what we're doing. This is crazy. Watching Bama, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like, maybe it's the wife goggles, but I don't think it is the wife goggles. I think Ruben would have won Alabama today. I literally told him, I said, oh, this person looks insane, this guy looks really good, blah, 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 blah. And I said, but you would have won this show. Like, and shout out to Danielle DaCosta. She doesn't watch my YouTube, but she told me, she said, am I crazy? I think you would have won Alabama today. I'm like, I don't know about that. I think you just love me as a friend. I said, maybe at my best. I would not have won it today. That's for sure. But, you know, all that to say is I do think that Ruben would have won Alabama. But, you know, he has St. Pete next weekend, so he can go win that one and then go win Van. Okay. So I just did cardio. I did the first part of cardio. I started cardio. But as I stated before, I started my period and I was unprepared. I didn't realize I had no tampons in my backpack. And I desperately needed one. So I left the gym and I went to Walgreens, which is just like, it's in the same parking lot. To be honest, if it wasn't 100 degrees outside, I would have just walked. I should have just walked. It literally, like, this is, y'all are going to see how long it takes me to drive back from Walgreens, which is where I just was, to the gym. I should have just walked. This is ridiculous. Anyway, I had to leave the gym. I said, sir, I'll be right back. I need to go somewhere. So I had to go buy some feminine products. And then I'm going to finish cardio. Like, it's urgent. Anyway, while I was there, I got some electrolytes because it is hot as hell. Like I said, I am sweating more than I ever sweat. So I was unprepared for that. So anyway, about to go back in the gym and finish cardio. All right, good morning, everyone. I mean, I've been up for hours, but you know, I woke up at 6:30 this morning, like not super naturally. I mean, Ruben woke up, so I like heard him wake up, but then the sun was already up. So I got up, but I feel like I wanted to sleep until at least 7:30, but it is what it is. So now I just ate my second meal. So I ate my first meal, then, you know, a couple hours, Reagan wakes up, cook for Reagan, blah, blah, blah. And I got to go full out today. So then I just ate my pre-workout meal. And I just cracked open my energy drink. And now we're about to go to Powerhouse. I'm feeling a little sluggish, but it just is what it is. I think I'm very interested to see how this practice is going to go, just because I don't feel really good on my period right now. I really don't want to have to wait until next week. Like, I would like to have a good practice today. Like I already said, like I would like to nail it today. We're going to see how I feel. If I feel like, I mean, I'm going to go full out, right? If it's close, I'll probably do it again. If it's not close because I just don't feel great, then I'm just going to save it for next week. And next week's just going to have to be the time that I stay there for hours until it's done. Because at that point, we'll be 2 weeks out. Like, oh, we got to get this routine going. Like, we got to figure it out. I mean, and I'm saying that like I'm super far off. I mean, last week I did it and I only had one mistake. I mean, Cerise and Amber both yesterday had one mistake in their routines, and they were still the top 2 routines. So I'm not saying like I have room for mistakes, but I am saying that the way that I did it last week was good enough for the stage. It just was not good enough for me, if that makes sense. So even though I'm saying like, oh, we're 2 weeks out and I haven't done it, like I haven't done it 3 weeks out. I haven't done it up to the standard that I have. But it's been good enough. So anyway, that's it. I'm thinking about grabbing my heels. I probably won't have time to like really practice posing, but that's one thing I also want to focus on this week is my posing conditioning, because I do think that it's going to be close between me and D Cheeks, like physique wise. And if it's close, that means we're going to be on stage for a long time. And the longer you're on stage, the harder it gets to stay together. And I don't want to be the one falling apart. Like I'm absolutely unwilling to let my posing conditioning be the thing. So anyway, that's that. It's pretty hot here. It was like 100 degrees yesterday, and I love that for us, but it's also hot. All right, we're headed to the gym. Shout out to Tiffany for the sunglasses. She said, I'm tired of seeing those brown sunglasses in your videos. So she ordered me new ones on Amazon, and I actually saw some other cute ones I wanted to buy yesterday while I was at Walgreens. So I went to Walgreens between my cardio yesterday, right? And there were some super cute sunglasses, but they were $30. And like, I lose sunglasses too often to spend, like, I really don't want to spend more than $15 on a pair of sunglasses. Like, they're just too low priority in my life for me to spend a lot of money on them. And for, like I said, sunglasses, to me, $30 is a lot of money. I know like Shantae and Aurelia, like, like designer, like spend a lot of money, but I'm like, yeah, but you take care of your sunglasses, like they're a high value item to you, so it makes sense that you would spend a lot of money on them. But like sunglasses to me are such a low value item, and I'm like, I'm not spending a lot of money on it. I don't want to spend any money on it, actually. So anyway, shout out to Tiffany, because she said, well, I don't care, like I'm getting you new sunglasses because those other ones are janky, and they were. I won't lose these ones, Tiffany. They will never leave my car. Well, they will leave my car, but they'll never go inside of my house. That's the problem, is if I wear them from the car inside the home, they will never be seen again. They gotta stay in here. Anyway, headed to the gym. I do feel like marginally more energized than I did, you know, what is now an hour ago when I made that last clip. So I feel good. Like, I think today is going to be a good practice because I'm choosing that. Like, there's not, you know, I think that obviously, especially if you're one of my burn members, like, you know how big I am on like your mental capacity to do things. And I tell people all the time, fitness is decision making. You actually just get to decide if you're going to work harder right now. Like, yes, there is a point where your body says no, but 99% of the time, 99% of us stop mentally before we physically have to stop. And the example that I use all the time is labor. Like I said, I'm telling you guys, when I was in labor, y'all, when I was in labor, those contractions were putting me through it. And I was screaming in the hospital, the poor neighbors, the poor nurses, everybody. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm crying. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I was serious. I was serious as a heart attack. And as you all very well know, I certainly did it. It's right there. I did it. Guess what? My body was going to do it. Just because my mind wasn't ready, just because my mind couldn't wrap around it, doesn't mean that I didn't have the physical capability. And that's what happens, is we let our minds be our limiting factor. And it's really hard to like get out of that, right? Like, I'm not saying, it's not easy, right? It's a simple concept, but it's not easy to just decide. But you can do it. And I just like, that's where I am in this prep right now, is like remembering that mental toughness is something that I pride myself on in like an athletic space. I've always been that way. Like when I was cheering in college, like that was me and Kayla. Kayla was my roommate and co-captain and Reagan's namesake, Kayla Ray Yap. I called her Ray Ray in college, and I was like, I want to name my daughter Ray Ray, which is where Reagan came from. Anyway, that was mine and Kayla's thing, like our favorite thing. It's like hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Like you can always work harder. Like mentally just decide to do it. So anyway, that's how I'm feeling. Like an hour ago, I was like, oh, I hope it's a good practice, but now I'm just deciding it's going to be a good practice, period. So that being said, let's do it, y'all. Like, we are exactly 3 weeks out right now. I have routine practice. I didn't bring my heels. And I have cardio. And that's what we're going to get done today. Carbs have left the chat. So we're basically, I mean, the only carbs I get pre and post workout carbs, not a lot. If I'm not lifting that day, I don't get those. And then I get green veg, asparagus, snap peas, salad. That's it. No more fruit. No more, like I said, I do get cream of rice and sweet potatoes on days that I lift. But that's it. It's getting real. It's getting real, everybody. Now let's see if I can lose like 4 more pounds of fat. I might, but that seems like a big stretch when you're this lean, which in the real world, I'm very lean, right? Like in bodybuilding, I'm not that lean yet, but in my real body, right? Like outside of bodybuilding, I am very lean. When you're this lean, it's hard to get leaner. So I'm hoping, you know, in the past, like I'd say 6 weeks to 3 weeks, I lost that amount of fat, right? 9 weeks to 6 weeks, I lost that amount of fat. But from 3 weeks to show day, it becomes harder, obviously. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my energy drink, sit here in the air conditioning. What, 93? I was gonna say, I came outside, I was like, oh, it doesn't feel that hot. That's because yesterday was literally over 100 degrees. Anyway, like I said, gonna finish this, then take Reagan inside because I don't want to waste any precious minutes remember last week or 2 weeks ago when I was like, oh, an act of self-care is dropping Reagan off and then coming to get my stuff. Now that these gym sessions are literally running till the last second, I don't do that just because I check her in and I have 2 hours from the time that I check her in. I have 2 hours from the time that I check her in. So if I check her in and then I come outside and get my bag and then I go into the locker room and change my stuff, like by then I've wasted 5 to 10 minutes and like I need those 5 to 10 minutes literally. Froggy, are you ready? Let's go. That's a book. It's a book we read every night. Well, not every night, but it's one of our rotating books that we read before bed.
It's not here. Let me fix this a little. There we go. Okay. I just dropped off Reagan. So now I just dropped off Reagan and then I did like 2 skills. I did 2 handstands and then I did 2 sections of my routine to warm up. I definitely feel a little tired. But it is what it is. There were 2 people. 1 lady just left. There's still someone in here, so I'm gonna see how I can focus. And I know I just got done saying like you can just decide, but I also, especially, not that I'm using this as a crutch, but like with my self-diagnosed ADHD, focus is not something that I can just decide on. Like, focus is not, that's an involuntary action for me. So, I mean, I'm gonna do my best, obviously, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'm wrapping these hands up. I can lose feeling in them because I wrap them so tight. I'm gonna walk it. I'll probably, let's see, what else do I need to warm up? I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, there's one other skill I need to warm up. Everything else I just do cold. Like I'm not warming up my push-ups. Like I'll just do it when I do it. There's only a couple skills that I like want to try before I try to go full out. So anyway, that's what's about to happen. Let's do it. Okay, so did one routine. One girl was in there. So before I did that first routine, the girl blasting music left. So I turned on the lights. Another girl was there. I can't remember what I filmed and when I filmed it, so I'm recapping the whole thing. There were 2 people in there. The lights were off. One girl's blasting music. Girl blasting the music leaves. I turn on the lights. The other girl's like way in the corner, so it doesn't matter. Plus she's always in there when I'm in there, so not always, but she's in there often. Like she sits way in the corner behind the cycling bike, so she doesn't really like particularly bother me or whatever, or like distract me because I can't see her. In the middle of my full out, someone walks in, and of course my routine just crumbles. Like, not crumbles. The one skill that I always make mistakes on, that's like it was like right before that, and I missed it again, even though I warmed it up perfectly like 5 times in a row. So I could just be getting mental about that part, or the girl distracted me. It doesn't really matter. Sat down for like 10 minutes, and that girl's in there. She's like the girl that walked in during my full out. She's in there often too. But she's like a dancer or something, so she's always like very similar to me. She's in there, she's moving around, like she's doing all these things. Like it's very distracting to be in there at the same time as her. Just like I'm sure it's distracting to be in there at the same time as me. But I was like, I can't do this with her in here, specifically this girl, because she's like doing all this dancing. Her feet are like tapping on the floor, like I was like, oh, I can't do this. So I ran some sections, and then I was like, you know what, just hang it up for today, or at least for right now. Doing my cardio. I just got off the assault bike. I just did 4 minutes. I'm going to be on this treadmill probably for like 30, and then I'll spend the rest of the time on the stairs. My legs feel a little bit tired right now, so I'm just like going to walk for a little while. I have to come back tonight. My routine was really good up until that point, but I have got to hit that part. Like I've got to figure it out. So I did kind of figure out a workaround, but I don't want to work around. Just because like I need this to be like the best possible routine that I can possibly do. Especially because I can't do Arizona anymore. And the only other show basically is Tampa, which I'm going to be honest, I just don't see myself winning Tampa. Like, with the lineup of people that I know is going to be at that show, or that I think is going to be at that show. Well, some of them that I know for a fact. Some of them I just think. It's just going to be extremely challenging, and to me, like, at this point, if I'm taking off of work, if I'm spending money like it's not just for the experience. Like obviously, like, and I've discussed this before, but I feel like I have to keep saying it, especially the closer I get to the show, the more I start talking about winning and strategizing and all that stuff. Like, yes, I understand, like, it can't be all about winning. You will lose yourself, you will not enjoy the experience, like, all that good stuff. But I talked about it way at the very, 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 very beginning of prep, is that there are so many other ways that I could check the boxes of having a routine, challenging myself mentally, doing this, doing that. Like, there's so many other ways besides competing in IFBB fitness that I can check those boxes. The reason that I compete in fitness is because I feel like I have a chance to be very competitive in it. And so if I don't feel like a particular show I'm going to be very competitive, then for me, why am I doing it? Because if I just wanted to have fun, I would do powerlifting. If I just wanted to have fun, I would take up another activity. I would start taking hip hop classes in my neighborhood. Like, if I just wanted to be disciplined, like, there's so many other things that I could do. Like, at this point, I'm freaking 36 years old. The reason that I do IFBB fitness is because I want to be competitive. And obviously y'all know, your girl likes pinch penny. I'm not just like, why do I need to go to Tampa? Aurelia said this about Universe. She said, if I wanted an experience, I would go to Thailand. Why do I need to go to Universe for an experience? So that's just how I feel. Like, I'm not going to these shows just to have fun on stage. I can have fun doing lots of other things. So, like, yes, ultimately, I just want to do my best. And I know that I'll be happy if I do my best, but I also know I'll be disappointed if I don't win. And no matter what anybody says about it being you versus you, it is also you versus other people, period. It's competition. So all that to say is, I don't actually remember. I don't remember what the point was. Oh, then I got to come back and I got to get this routine together. I got to figure out that, literally that one piece. I could just take it out. I could just fix it, but I don't want to water it down. I want to have the most impressive routine, or like version of my routine, that I can do. Now, in cheerleading choreography, I always tell coaches, like, it doesn't matter how hard your routine is if you don't hit it. Nobody cares how hard it is if you drop everything. So, and they always ask, is this hard enough? Is this hard enough? I'm like, are you going to hit it? Like, it only matters if it's hard enough if you hit it. So, on one side, I'm like, I want to do the hardest level of this routine that I can. But on the other side, I'm like, Andrea, operative part, I want to do the hardest part of this routine that I can. If taking that skill out means I can do my routine, then that's the highest level of this routine that I can do. But I don't believe that I need to take it out. I just think that I need to practice it more. I'm still 3 weeks out. But I can't wait until Sunday. Like, this is something I got to do tonight, something I got to do tomorrow, the next day. Like, I can't go Sunday to Sunday anymore. So anyway, I'm going to pick up the intensity on this treadmill now that I've been walking for 8 minutes. And we'll chat soon. We are done with routine practice. This is so close, but and an hour of cardio. I had to move it because now that it's so hot outside, I'm starting to use my little sun cover thing that goes in my windshield. But with my phone holder, like, in the middle of the windshield, the sun cover, like, doesn't go up. So I had to put it closer to, like, I had to put it higher up so that my little sun cover could fit. Anyway, cardio was good. I am sweaty. Like, even the inside of the gym, like, I was in the practice room, or whatever, the exercise room, which has the air on, but it's a smaller enclosed area. So it cools down really well, right? It's like chilly in there. Then I walk out into the gym and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so hot in here. And when you're in it, you're used, like, it's not that hot, right? Like, but compared to the exercise room, you can definitely tell it's warm. And then when I leave cardio and I'm like dripping sweat, I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely hotter in here than it normally is, because I don't typically sweat that much during cardio. My last few cardio sessions, I've, like, left the gym dripping sweat, like shorts, underwear, shirt, like everything soaking wet. So, like, yeah, it is hot. And at some point I'm going to stop complaining about how, not even complaining, I'm not complaining, I like it when it's hot. At some point I'm going to stop commenting about how hot it is. It's just, we literally had, like, the summer solstice where the sun came up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's been so hot every single day since then. Like, it was like a switch flipped. It was like, it's summertime now. All right, it's still Sunday. I just got to the gym, just sitting in my air conditioning, dreading going back into this gym, but I have to have another practice. I don't think I'm gonna go full out right now, but I do need to run some sections. There are 2 parts of this routine that
are irritating me. One of them, and it's actually not the previous 2 parts that I mentioned when I was like, hey, there's like only a few different things that like I can miss during this routine. Everything else I know for a fact I'm gonna land. The 2 sections that I was like really working hard at getting, like those have been great every time I've run a full out. Now it's 2 old parts that I can do the skills. I'm just so damn tired that now those 2 skills are so hard. They are skills I have never missed on stage. They are skills I never anticipated to miss. They are skills that have been in all of my last routines, like my last 3 routines, or like my last 2 routines, like choreographed routine, not last 2 shows. And I'm missing them both often. Well, one of them I'm omitting. Standing tuck, like a jump tuck, is so basic for me. I've been doing jump tuck since I was a freshman in high school. Jump tuck is not a hard skill for me. But when I get to that part of my routine, I am just so freaking tired, I guess from that handstand pirouette, or maybe from the extra push-up I added to the push-up sequence. But as soon as I land that jump, every single time I'm like, I'm not gonna land this tuck, and I do a back handspring. And I've done it with a tuck once, and I put my hands down. Like, I landed on my feet, and then I put my hands down, which I have not done that in years. So it's irritating me. I just need to condition it. I mean, obviously, all else fails on stage. If I feel like I'm not gonna land it, I'm not gonna throw it, I'm just gonna do a back handspring. And then the other part is just like my little back roll to whatever this thing's called, the hold. I've been doing that since my Olympia routine. I haven't missed it on stage since I've choreographed it, but I have not hit it once in a full out yet, this go round. So I gotta rep those parts today, like right now, so I don't know, whatever it takes. Did anybody else watch Degrassi? I know I can make it through. I gotta figure it out.
So I just got here. That fan is from the exercise room. I guess they were like, yo, it's hot in this gym. We need to bring the fan out. So anyway, headed to the exercise room. Will I be alone? So far, so good. And she's alone. The air is on. It feels good in here. Still not going full out, but actually, I don't know. Now I feel like I got a mental second wind by being in here by myself. I feel like if I'm in here by myself, I might as well go full out. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how I feel after I get warmed. Oh, okay, good. I thought I left my wrist wraps. We're gonna see how I feel after I get warmed up. Spoke too soon. I will not be going full out because I'm not alone. Okay, so I did my routine practice. There were people in there, but I just repped sections. I did not try full out. I wasn't about to do it. Now I'm at the Temecula Trader Joe's, the one that I told you guys I never come to because it's out of my way. I'm here. And to be honest, it's not that far out of the way, but it is very inconvenient when I have Reagan with me. But I'm here because I keep seeing Brittany talk about this dill pickle seasoning that she gets here. And your girl loves a pickle. And now that we're like carbs are gone and we're just eating green veg, like I like to season them with different seasonings. And so I want to throw this dill pickle into the mix. I want some dill pickle flavored snap peas and cabbage and asparagus and whatever else they have. So anyway, I'm looking for that, but of course I'm getting sidetracked by looking at all these dressings, like this balsamic vinaigrette, not for 90 calories. Anyway, I'm gonna get to this and try not to browse here super long because I gotta go home. But I'm seasoning, so we'll see what I come away with. Okay, they're out of the pickle seasoning. However, they have this is so good. I've never had their brand. I don't think I've ever had the Trader Joe's brand, but I've had some other like mushroom umami seasoning. And it is so delicious. So anyway, so I'm getting that. They're out of the pickle seasoning. And then I'm also getting this chunky garlic jalapeno hot sauce. It's 0 calories, no sugar. It's just jalapeno water seasoning. It's garlic, you know, it's just deliciousness. So sorry about that angle. That's what I'm getting. They're out of the pickles. Thought about getting the ranch one, but we have like a Hidden Valley ranch seasoning, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not gonna get it. Okay, something is extremely off-putting about the word fertile on these eggs. Like, I don't want to be reminded that eggs are like chicken periods. Okay, I haven't really filmed. Haven't really filmed a lot today. I just went to the gym. Did back day was fire. You're gonna have to deal with this right now. Back cardio. Then I had a meeting, and now I am about to pose with Anna. Well, I'm not going to pose. She's going to pose. She is so I mentioned to you guys, she's a first-time fitness competitor. She was bikini before, so she doesn't know the quarter turns at all. And I'm not a posing coach, even though sometimes I feel like I'm getting that I'm getting that itch to maybe want to be a posing coach, because I just see so much terrible posing, and I'm like, okay, you need someone. Like, maybe you don't need to be spending $100 for a half hour with Sydney, but you need someone. I could be the beginner posing coach. I'll be a first step. Anyway, but I told her, like, let me just get you through, let me teach you the quarter turns at least, so that you can send your check-ins. I did the same thing with Taco, and now Taco poses with Sean. I don't know if she poses with Sean, but I know that she did at least one session with Sean. So anyway, I'm going to pose with Anna, and then I have a little bit more cardio to still do. I was just running out of time at the gym. I have my iced coffee here. Just made new coffee ice cubes. It's freaking hot. It's like 100 degrees or something like that. Anyway, I told her I'd call her, so I just wanted to come on here and film. All right, y'all, good morning. It's Tuesday. I am headed to the gym for a very long work day, longer than normal. So I normally, train the 5 camps, have an hour-long leadership meeting. Today we have annual planning, so it's not an hour-long leadership meeting. It's like a 4-hour-long leadership meeting. It's literally like I am going to have a 10-hour. Oh my gosh, do you guys hear that? That's Reagan's. It's like a unicorn toy that she has that's in my car, but it's motion censored, and I don't know how to turn it off. I don't even know that it goes off. And it keeps doing that in my car today. Every time I turn or hit a bump or something, it's like nays. I almost tried to make the sound, and I realized I'm not about to neigh on here. Anywho, 10-hour workday. Packed my meals, which is not that much food, y'all. Not that much food. It is 3 meals. When I literally was packing that lunchbox, I'm like, this does not seem right. Like, I feel like I should have more food for the amount of time I'm going to be gone. But alas, not when you are 2.5 weeks out and you're not there yet. So that's good. Anyway, I was 135.8 this morning, which shockingly was a pleasant surprise, because the way that the water retention and the digestion was set up this week, y'all. When I tell you, I was 137 yesterday and the day before. Like, I woke up on the day that I started my period. Oh my gosh, it's doing the thing. I was 134 point something. That was my check-in day, I believe. Then I started my period that afternoon. Next morning, 135. Next morning, 136. Next 2 mornings, 137. I was like, you gotta be a scale. You're going the wrong direction. Now, of course, I knew what it was. I knew I wasn't gaining fat over that time, but it's still like, when you're this close, that is such a mind game. Of course, I went back and looked at my last year's check-ins, and let me tell you, this same week I was in the 136, 137 after previously hitting 134. Like, it's so interesting, like how our bodies do that, because I actually remember Shantae was talking about that during her prep, like right before peak week. She was like, oh yeah, I looked back and this is actually what I was doing at this time last year. Like, when you're in it, you're like, what's going on? Why is the scale going up? Why is the scale going up? Like, and I literally looked, it was like almost to the day, the numbers were the same. So anyway, I mean, you obviously just continue. Anyway, I had a mental breakdown. That's also probably why the scale went up a little bit. Well, no, I don't know. I had at least 500. Why are you going through? What the? Like, my light's green and this person's in the middle of a fucking intersection. Sorry, guys. I don't normally speak like that on my YouTube. I had a mental breakdown.
I just have a lot of personal stress going on, and it's just is what it is, and I could not cope. I could not cope. I was getting stuff out for Reagan, and I saw these praline pecans. Y'all, I didn't know that I liked praline pecans this much. I've been on this earth for 36 years, and I did not know. Obviously, I like them. Like, I mean, who doesn't like praline pecans? Come on. But when I tell you, I could not, like, I'm just going to have one. No, once you pop the fun, don't stop. It had to be, in realistic serving sizes, it had to be like 6 servings. I mean, it was like 3 handfuls, but when I tell you guys, after I came out of my days of these praline pecans, the next day I weighed out a serving, and I did not eat any. I weighed out a serving just to see, like, how much of this do I think that I had? Y'all, when I looked at how tiny that serving size was, I nearly fainted. I'm like, I literally had 6 of these 250 calorie servings of candy coated nuts, and they were delicious. But let me tell you, they were not that delicious that I needed to, like, have a bottomless pit going on. Anyway, I feel really proud of myself for not doing that as often as I normally do during prep. I'll tell you that. I have only, let's see, I'm trying to think of, I really like, I mean, I told y'all, like, I've been like a little snacky, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna have a cracker here, a chicken nugget there, like an extra rice. I told Ruben, like, I'm done with rice cakes. Take the rice cakes off the plan. I'm not eating any. I cannot have rice cakes in the house, like, period. If I eat, like, if the plan is 2, I'm gonna eat 3. If the plan is 1, I'm gonna eat 2, and then I'm gonna come back for the open pack later. So got rid of rice cakes. That was a game changer for me. But I have been snacky. This was one of maybe only 2 times during this prep that I've just completely lost my shit and like gone way over out to the outfield. So I was really, like, disappointed in myself for that when it happened, because I just literally, like, you guys, I don't know, it was really weird. Like, I just kept eating them. Like, I kept eating them, and I was like telling myself, like, Andrea, you don't need another one. Like, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? And it didn't. Like, I literally was telling myself, like, you don't need any more. And then I was like, okay, just one more. Okay, just one more. Okay, just one. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I think okay, and then I gotta go because I gotta finish my coffee. I think the craziest thing about it was I normally am not having, like, this conscious conversation with myself about it. I normally am just like, I want this, okay, I'm gonna eat it, and then I eat it, and then I move on. Like, okay, I shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. It was really weird because literally as I'm grabbing them, I'm like, you shouldn't do this. And then I did it. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's over. And that absolutely cannot happen again. It will not happen again for the rest of prep. I lost control. Anyway, guys, find better ways to cope. I've said that before on social media. Like, you know, it's not that people don't know how to eat whole foods and this, that. It's that people don't know how to cope, because that's what it is. Like, that was a stress coping mechanism. That wasn't me being hungry. Like, I can manage the hunger. That was me having a mental breakdown about something completely unrelated to food. So anyway, that's it. I've been rambling this entire drive. So anyways, I was just checking to see how long this clip was. So I'm gonna go finish my coffee in peace and then train. I did not leave that gym until almost 5 o'clock p.m. Now, granted, that last hour I was working out, like, but the first 10 I was working. I trained, you know, my normal 5 camps, and then we normally have an hour-long leadership meeting, but today our leadership meeting was like 4 hours long because we had to do our annual planning. So we did that until like 3 o'clock, and then I worked out for an hour, and now I'm at Powerhouse finishing my cardio and getting a couple routine skills done. Like I said, it's like almost 5:30, so I don't know if there's going to be a class in there or not, but anyway, super tired. But actually, honestly, being at work that long makes it super easy for the diet because there's no food around, there's no temptation, and I'm doing stuff. Like, you know, when I'm at home, I'm usually just sitting or playing, or, you know, I'm not like doing something that's keeping me busy enough to not think about food. It's getting hot in here. You know, so anyway, so not only is there food around, I'm also not thinking about food. My phone cut off. Anyway, so that was actually really good. Like I said, I'm about to finish cardio, maybe run some skills, and then I'm going to go home and eat, though, because I am very hungry. I think we finally have my digestion in check. I think I am finally coming down from my period. The water is like going away. The digestion is getting back together. So I believe that if not tomorrow, but at least by check-ins, I will have a new low. And let me tell you, I didn't take pictures this morning, but I hit quarter turns this morning, and I was like, yes, we're looking right. So it's definitely, like I said, carbs have left the chat. I'm just trying to like drink as much water as humanly possible, which is pretty much just hitting my water goal because I still suck at water. But I'm getting better, and I'm trying to be a lot more intentional about that. But the water is keeping me full, and I'm just like at this point not even like thinking about the food. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am going to be very honest with you. In the last few days, I have filmed so many clips, so many times. But my ability to like focus and form cohesive thoughts is so unbelievably low. And I just don't feel like doing it. And this unicorn toy of Reagan's is driving me mad. It's driving me mad. I meant to take it out of my car yesterday and I didn't. And every time my vehicle moves, this motion sensor unicorn horn, of course, now it's not doing anything. Every time I turn or go or whatever, this thing lights up and neighs, and it's driving me crazy. There it is. It's driving me crazy, and I can't focus. So I will just try to wrap it up or like put some spark notes to what my thoughts have been in the last 4 times I filmed this clip. I woke up lighter today than I was yesterday. I still am not back in the 134s, and I most certainly have not hit a low yet again. I have not hit a low since before my refeed, which was now 2-3 weeks ago. However, my pictures look marginally better. However, I am just trying to stop myself from spiraling and worrying that I have basically 11 days to still make some major improvements. I say 11 because that the last week is peak week, and peak week is just different. This unicorn, oh my gosh. Now, at the stage that I'm at right now, like 2 pounds of fat loss would make a huge difference in my physique. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I still have 10 pounds to lose. I mean, I could lose 10 pounds. Not in 2 weeks, obviously, but I mean, like, I have the 10 pounds to lose. But I'm just saying, like, in order to get to the condition that I'm used to or that I expect, like, it's probably only 2 to 3 pounds. However, again, now we're under 2 weeks away from peak week. And so I'm just starting to feel like I'm killing myself. But it's like, there's only so much you can do to make it happen faster. Like, you can't make it happen faster, to a degree. So anyway, I'm just showing up every day, like doing what I'm supposed to do, trying to be as meticulous as possible about everything that I can, and focusing hard on this routine, because the routine is, I mean, obviously the routine is 2/3, but the smaller the roster is, the more the routine matters. And again, I'm just going to be very frank. Like, I can nearly guarantee that I will not be in the top. I can guarantee I will not be in the top 2 in physique. And there's a chance, I'd say, based on how I look at this exact moment, that I won't be in the top 3. Which means I have to not just win the routine, like win it unanimously, because basically the same thing happened at Ben Weider. I won the routine round, but I didn't win the show. Same thing happened at Body B1. Amber won the routine round, but she didn't win it unanimously. Like, when the physique round goes a certain way, winning the routine round. Same thing like Ariel at the UK Arnold. She won the routine round, but she didn't win it unanimously. So like, when your physique is ranking lower, not only do you have to win the routine round, you have to win it in a unanimous decision, once across the board, in order to make up. So anyway, I filmed this clip so many times, my throat's getting dry, and I'm just getting irritated with just like existing right now. So I'm gonna finish my coffee so I can rest for a second before I train.
Okay, I don't know when I last filmed, but I did skills today, I did cardio today, I trained, all the stuff. Now I am at Walmart, or not at Walmart, I'm at Target, just getting a last couple things. I just need to get some locking gel because I have to retwist Ruben's hair, and then rice cakes are the last thing that I have to get. He leaves tomorrow for St. Pete. He's in, I mean, I'm obviously predicting him to win, but I'm his wife. But there are unbiased opinions, that do show predictions every show that have said they won't be surprised if he wins. Now, he's not the only name they said, right? Like, they weren't just like, oh, Ruben's going to win this show. They were just saying, like, it's a really deep show. There's a lot of people who could win. And then they basically were like, I wouldn't be surprised if they named like 5 or 6 guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if any of these guys won, and Ruben was one of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if he won either, and I really hope that he does. So he leaves tomorrow, so I'm just getting his food, and I'll do his hair tonight. And that's pretty much it. I posed. Hold on, these people are in my business. Okay, anyway, doing this stuff for him. I just can't believe, like, it's time for him to leave, because he leaves tomorrow and he doesn't come back until a Sunday. We start peak week. Like, he goes from St. Pete to coach or to compete. Then he goes to Universe to coach. We have Taco competing. I hope she turns pro. And he has somebody else competing, another men's physique, at least one men's physique guy competing. And then he doesn't come home till Sunday, like the Sunday that we start peak week. And we leave, like, on Thursday, I think. Maybe we leave on Friday. I don't remember, but, like, that's how soon it is. But anyway, so I was feeling really good today. Like, I was just like, I feel tight. Like, I feel like I look good. And I didn't get in a suit, so I was in pants. So that's like a major factor. And I literally just did like my front facing poses. But I looked notably better in my midsection. And then I got on the scale and I was 134.9, and I was 135 this morning. And that was at the end of the day. Like, I still have one more meal, but to be 134.9 with only one meal to go when I was 135.8 when I woke up this morning, like, I'm feeling a new low. I'm feeling a new low. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like 5:15 or something like that. I just dropped off Ruben at LAX. I'm literally still at LAX. We left the house at like 3:45 in the morning. And I am so damn tired. Like, woke up, alarm went off at 2:45. Went to bed at like midnight because I had to retwist his hair, which took ages. I also had to do his meal prep, which doesn't take that long. I don't know why I like doing like our meal prep for traveling, but I do. I like it more than I like meal prepping, like when I'm just staying at home. Anyway, so I did his meal prep, twisted his hair. We were up till midnight. Then the alarm went off at 2:45. So now I'm headed back home. I will hopefully get home by 6:30, 40.
In 600 feet, continue straight.
And I immediately have to wake up Reagan so I can get her to school, and I can go to work. And then I train all day long. Then I got to do cardio. I will not. Let me see what these directions are about to say.
Continue straight, then use the right lane to take the California 1 South ramp.
I will not be doing cardio in the middle of my day
Use
today.
the right lane to take the California 1 South ramp.
Remember,
On California
oh my
1
gosh.
South.
Remember last week when I did cardio before I went to train? Obviously, I'm not going to do that today. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll go in between before I go pose. If I weren't so tired, like, I would do that. But I'm not going to do that today, so cardio is going to have to wait until the end of the day. Today, we are living on a hope and a prayer and lots of caffeine. Like, I am, like, unwell. Anyway, it is what it is. I did wake up, despite only getting 3 hours of sleep, at a new low, 134 flat. 134
Use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto the I-105 East ramp.
flat. And that's really it. I don't know. I am so tired. I hope Ruben wins. And I hope I hit a new low tomorrow. That's it. Y'all, I am tired. Like, tired with a capital F. And I realized that I need to explain that. It's like something me and my friends used to say. Not all the time. It wasn't something we said all the time. It was just something that we said.
with a capital F just means like I am tired as with a capital F. But you just don't say all the other stuff. I say I'm tired with a capital F, like, or like I'm cold with a capital F. Anyway, this 3 hours of sleep is catching up to me. I am still like 30 minutes away from my house, and then I pretty much just have to immediately get ready, because we got out of the house late, of course. Like, why would it be a travel day with us getting out of the house on time? So we left 40 minutes later than I told Ruben I wanted to leave, because I wanted to get home and be able to go back to sleep, because I knew how long my day would be. But now, because of the time that we left, I'm not going to get to sleep again. And I am unwell. Like, I'm literally about to text Sammy and be like, hey, I didn't sleep. Like, I can't. Sammy's, okay. I mean, my burn boot camp people know who Sammy is. The other people don't know. Sammy is one of my other trainers. She trains the earlies today. And then she stays usually for this shift that I'm about to train. I'm about to be like, I need you to train. Like, I can't be there. Like, I have to take a nap. I don't really want to do that, but honestly, you guys, like, I am so unwell. I'm just thinking, like, it's 6:30 right now, or almost 6:30 in the morning, and I have to be awake until noon. Like, I don't know that I have 6 more hours in me, honestly. Like, I'm vlogging right now literally because I need to talk to stay awake. I've been watching YouTube. I've been like, I'm unwell. So I don't think I can go train right now. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so tired. So obviously I said, like, I got 3 hours of sleep. Then I went and trained. My other trainer took so Sammy took my third shift from me so that I could come home and take a nap. But I forgot I had a meeting scheduled with someone. So she texted me, she's like, hey, just checking on you. Like, we were supposed to meet, and I felt terrible because I was not thinking about that girl or that meeting. I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I had to come home. But my alarm went off today, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, where am I? How can I can't survive this. And I took it to the very last second. So anyway, now I am headed to get Reagan. I have one of my 99-cent energy drinks, mimosa. Ruben's been drinking those Prime energy drinks because I got like 6 last week when they were 99 cents. And they're actually still 99 cents. I think that store always has 99-cent energy drinks. It just depends on what energy drink it is, right? Anyway, this is pretty good, but I would only get it for 99 cents. Like, I would not buy this for $3 or whatever. Let's see. I was 134 even this morning, which I think that I said when I got home from training. I was 133.8, 133.4. I was down. So I was one meal in and maybe like 40 ounces of water. And I had dropped weight. So now I've eaten a couple times since then. And I'm probably not going to weigh myself again until right before bed, just because I'm curious. Obviously, I always weigh myself right before bed. I'm curious to see, like, are we going to hit a low tomorrow? I did get in my suit and pose right before I took a nap. Looks pretty good. The back muscles are starting to separate, but they're not quite there yet. It is so freaking hot. It is 91 degrees out. It feels like it's hotter, actually, because my car's, like, not cooling down. I don't know. Anyway, back muscles are starting to separate. I'm hoping, well, not hoping. This is the weekend that I have to get multiple good full outs done. Like, this is the weekend that I have to walk away from this weekend knowing that my routine is going to hit. Because next week is peak week. And yes, obviously you can still work on your routine during peak week. You can still practice it. But I don't want to be couple days out, handful of days out from my show, not knowing if I'm going to hit my routine. Like, oh my gosh, no. So anyway, that's that. I'm so unbelievably tired. I could have slept the rest of the day. Poor Reagan was also super sleepy this morning, but I also told her to go to bed. She didn't have to stay up until midnight. And she didn't wake up at 3. She woke up at some point, because when I got home, she was in Grandma's bed. Like, she got up, but she didn't have to stay up till midnight. She chose that life. So she was super tired today. So hopefully she got a good nap too. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy check-in day. Gonna do my best to get this video uploaded like before 11 a.m. because I know that y'all are chomping at the bit since I am only doing one video. Y'all are wild, and I actually love it. Y'all are like boosting my ego a little bit. The amount of comments and concerns and DMs that I've gotten about the fact that y'all have to wait until Friday for a video it's really making me feel like an influencer. I'm like, these people care about my, sorry about that. 134.7 this morning, not a prep low. It's actually higher than I was last week's check-in. However, I was 134 even yesterday. I was like 134.7 before I ate my last meal, but I ate my last meal at like 8:40. It was late last night. I just had a late day. So I already knew that I was going to wake up a little heavier, but it's fine. My photos look fine. I feel like it took me a lot of takes and none of them were amazing. So what I do is I do a video of my quarter turns and then I just screenshot the poses. And it's like, I never got a full collection of good photos. It's like, okay, I did the quarter turns, I looked at my quarter turns, and I'm like, oh, my shoulders flat in my side pose. I'm gonna do it again. So then I do the quarter turns again, I look at it again, and I'm like, okay, but my front pose, like my legs aren't on. So I do the quarter turns again and I do it again. I don't like to send photos from different quarter turns. Like I'm not gonna send my front shot from this quarter turn and my side shot from this quarter turn and my back shot from that quarter turn, just because I'm like, when you get on stage, like you do one round of quarter turns. Like you don't get to be like, oh, let me just do the front again. Don't look at that front pose. Like you get your quarter turns. And so for me, I'm like, I want to send photos from the same round of quarter turns. And I never got like all 4 quarters looking the way that I wanted them in the same video, you know? So my check-ins were okay. I mean, you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting lean. My legs are, I don't know what it is. It's like I feel watery and a little flat, but not really either of those. I don't know. I honestly just think I need to be a little bit leaner. But I also feel good. Like my back is getting there for sure. But I just need to make sure that this week I am on point. And then, you know, obviously peak week, we dry out. We're going to start seeing those lines dig in a little bit deeper. But I don't know. It's really weird. I didn't look at my check-ins and feel like, yes, we're on, we're firing. But I wasn't like, oh my gosh, these look terrible. I was just like, okay, like we look all right. Like, and I think that's to be expected when you're this close. Like, yes, you're lean, but you're also, like I said, a little bit flat. Like I'm tired. I did not get enough sleep. Like I have not caught up on my sleep from yesterday. So, you know, we're getting there. I think I still feel good about how we're going to look on show day. Ruben's out of town now and I'm not going to see him until Sunday of peak week, like Sunday entering peak week. So my schedule is a little bit more flexible as far as routine practice. So I'm going to be in the gym a lot more just because, like, I think I mentioned this before, but like, I will always ask Ruben, like, oh, are you home or are you not home? And if he's not home, I'm like, I'm not in a rush to get home. Like, why do I need to go home if you're not there? Like, so all that to say is because he's not home, I don't feel like guilty is not really the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use. I don't feel guilty about spending 3 hours in the gym because I'm like, well, Ruben's not here anyway. Like, I'm not spending time away from him. Because, you know, we're already very busy. And I know, like, Aurelia even mentioned that, like, as part of one of the reasons that she's like, I don't want to dig deeper for the next couple of weeks. Like, I want to spend more time with my husband. And so anyway, all that to say, Ruben's out of town. So I'm going to the gym, doing these full outs. And I have got to get multiple good full outs this weekend because, like, it's time. I do feel good. Every time I've run skills this week, they were good and I felt strong. So I don't think that I'm going to struggle to get a good full out or 2 this weekend. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to go home. I got a lot to do today. I got to obviously get ready to preschool. I have a trainer meeting. We got a once monthly trainer meeting. I have a trainer meeting. Then I'm going to like a women's night at church. And then I am going there with Tiffany. I obviously still have to work out. Like I just have a lot of things coming down the pipeline today. So anywho, that's that. I will see y'all again next check-in. Peak week, maybe I'll give you 2 videos, but we're not sure. Based on how I felt this week, if it continues to maintain this or get worse, we're not getting 2 weeks of video. 2 videos a week, I mean, because I told Aurelia and Shantae yesterday, the calories are low, and I believe that I'm burning calories in my brain now. Like, it's no longer fat loss, it's brain loss. Because the lights are on, but nobody is home. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. You know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tap in. Buy some junk bands. Buy some crazy yoga. Buy some dynamic pursuit. Whatever other links I have. Buy a suit from Sean. You turn pro in a suit from Sean, you're going to get a free suit for life. Every season, you can get a free suit. I'm going to get a new suit for the Olympia when I qualify. So Van Pro will be the last time I wear this one, I think. So anyway, that's all. That's all my plugs. That's all I got for you. And we'll see you next week. Check-ins will be after this. And then that'll be the end.
Baby.